Hello, my friends. Zelda and RJ3. That's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in this neighbor. I'm my own neighbor. It's Zelda and RJ3. I'm coming back to you with another video. You know I'm gonna keep using that, baby. It's a shout out to my friend Lashana. Boom. 2 in a row. I got one a couple weeks ago and I got one yesterday, and I figured let's go do a double header. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm outside. Came outside for some fresh air. I don't know which box came first, but we're gonna both open both up together. So first I got a dark blue one. This is the Darn Good Yarn of the Month Club. I am an ambassador for Darn Good Yarn. I have a link that is provided down below in the more info. If you click that link, it lets them know that I sent you there. And if you put in the code Zelda15, it takes an additional 15% off the entire purchase, as long as it's not on sale or clearance. And let me tell you, I myself have used that code several times because there's a lot of things that I wanted to purchase too. Thank you to the people that have purchased from Darn Good Yarn using my link and my code Zelda15 that enabled me to have Darn Good Yarn giveaways. And the last giveaway, everybody was truly happy. I gave away 3 $25 gift cards. Tara Ann Marie was the biggest winner. She won $200 worth of yarny goodness from Darn Good Yarn and for me. So let's get to opening. First I got the blue box. Let's look at it together. Ooh, girlfriend. Let's see. Oh, this is perfect. Silk roving, worsted weight. It's called Mermaid at the Sea. Hook is 5.5 to 6.5. It's 75 yards. Now let me tell you, a lot of you guys are wondering why does it send such a small amount? It gives you a nice little amount for you to make a project or combine it with other yarns, which I have done. And when you combine it, it just gives every color of yarn you put in there a nice pop. So I, for one, love Darn Good Yarn. You guys know that. Start at love. They make me happy, and I want to share my happiness with you. Silk roving worsted weight called Mermaid at the Sea. We have some surprises. We have a little pouch here. Sea glass diffuser. Don't tell me it's one of my bracelets. My box fell. Oh no. Yes! You guys know I love these bracelets as much as I love Darn Good Yarn. Ta-da! I've been trying to buy this one and it was sold out. And I got it for free in my box. I'll put it on right now. Ta-da! I love my bracelets. I now have 3 from Darn Good Yarn. Thank you, Darn Good Yarn. But wait, there's more. There's more. They always include a little booklet with patterns. Now these little booklets contain crochet and knit patterns, and it gives you ideas of what you can create with this little ball of yarn. Now, as you guys know, you can use any of the patterns in this book, or if you're a member, you can just go on to darngoodyarn.com and then you click towards the bottom underneath your account where it says the stitch, and it'll tell you every pattern that's been included in the books, that's been included in the Darn Good Yarn of the Month Club. Now, how much is the Darn Good Yarn of the Month Club, you ask? Well, the prices have changed, and let me explain to you how it works. Darn Good Yarn of the Month Club pricing. It is $10 a month, and you save $3.95 on shipping if you prepay for the entire year. That's $120. Or you can go monthly, pay $20 a month, and the shipping, which is $3.95, and you'll get all these goodies every month. They have Yarn of the Month Club, Sock of the Month Club, Bead of the Month Club, and Sari Silk of the Month Club. And you choose all of them, one of them. You can try out for 1 month, you can try out for the whole year. It's up to you. I, as you know, have it for the year and the years to come. And they do smell so good. So this is the yarn of the month. Oh, there's something else. There's something else. There's a little woolly pin. You see that? Oh, that's cute. Rainbow wool sheep enamel pin. Now let's see what is included. A little story on how they dye the yarn. It's roving, silk roving, worsted weight silk, 75 yards. Your mystery gift is the bracelet and the pin. There is a knit pattern. It's called a bow headband, and it's considered an easy level. There you go. There is a crochet pattern for a pleated headband. That's the sample there. And if you want any more samples of what you can make with 75 yards, you can always go on to YouTube, as I do, and click 75 yards worsted weight, or go on to Ravelry or Pinterest. So that is 1 month. Let's check the next month. This color box. Ready? Ooh! Ooh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Silk Blend Sport yarn, 80-20 rule. It's called Burgundy Blossom. There's 125 yards of fine like me. Burgundy Blossom. There you go. All the specs. It's a beautiful yarn, Madu. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see. There you go. It's really pretty. I love how it's wound up in a cake, because when it comes in hanks, I have a really hard time. I do have a Swift and a ball winder, but I get easily frustrated. So thank you, Darn Good Yarn, for caking it up for me. Let's see. Handmade wooden shawl pin. That is the treat. Ooh, look. That's pretty. Does it say Darn Good Yarn? I guess you put your materials through and then put it through, yeah? Coolness. And let's see the patterns for the month. There's the story on how they got the yarn and how they dyed it. The knit pattern is a subtle cable boot cuff. And the crochet pattern is a ribbed boot cuff. This is the only company that I know of that supports us crocheters and knitters at the same time. Every company that I've ever worked with or ordered from is knit, 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 and go to Ravelry or go to Etsy for a crochet pattern, and not with Darn Good Yarn. Darn Good Yarn always makes sure you have both knit and crochet. But Darn Good Yarn gets my vote. I now have enough to add to a project that I was going to work on right now. But I have heard you. Zizi, what have you made with Darn Good Yarn? Do you ever show your projects? Funny you ask. This was one of the first projects that I worked with. I had a little bit of scraps from everything, so I combined some Heartland and like a green from Hobby Lobby, and I made a little half a granny square triangle. And it's just bits and bobs. Next, I know y'all have seen this. I get a lot of praise for it. It's my beautiful cowl. This, my friends, is something I wear all the time. It's nice and thick. The little colorful yarn is from Darn Good Yarn, and I added it as an accent piece to my other bits and bobs, and I made a brick stitch crochet cowl. It's super thick, it's super wide, it keeps me toasty, and I love it. Now let's not forget the piece de resistance. Moogly, hi Tamara, has a beautiful shawl pattern. The Ripley shawl by Moogly. The top half is the Sock Club in Northern Lights from Darn Good Yarn. And then it's mixed with bits and bobs from other yarns. Ugh. Let me show you this one. If you were curious, how does the sock yarn work up from Darn Good Yarn? Here you go, Big Daddy. And it blocked beautifully. I have worn this so many times and got so many compliments, and people were like, wow, how'd you get the colors? And they work so beautifully. And I'm like, that's Darn Good Yarn, Big Daddy. Recognize. So please, if you would be so kind and take a look at Darn Good Yarn, click the link that I've provided and put the code Zelda15 so you too can save 15% off your entire purchase, as long as it's not on sale. I'm gonna get off because these guys keep driving fast and loud. I love you guys. Start it love. Bye. Girl, there's been a car every second. There ain't never no cars here. I'm about to throw a detour. Don't let nobody pass through here. And then the Heartland. This guy's gonna rev his engine in his little Maserati. He ain't got no business doing that in a residential. Look at this. He don't to drive this thing.